Hello, everyone. Today we are here with Remnant Jett.
So do I say something? Oh, wait. Oh, hey. Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, I'm the Remnant and the Jet. Yeah, that's me. Hi. How's it going?
Is there anything you would like to say before we get started?
I just pissed myself. So yeah, let's start this.
Okay, first question, and the most important.
All right. Hit
Why do
me.
you like hentai so much?
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Well, since you started with the best question ever, why I really love hentai? Well, really because in regular anime you have your typical genres. You have the shonen, you have just shoujo, you have yuri and yaoi, but non-H, so they're pretty censored, and much of it's implied. And then you have some genres which is ecchi and supernatural, all that. Hentai kind of doesn't follow that, which I really kind of like. It's kind of like the hipster shit that nobody likes except for me for that reason, and also because in hentai the storylines just get so crazy, and I just you get a good laugh out of it. It's all comedic material, even though they're boning each other every other scene. And yeah, that's about it. That's why I love hentai so much, just because of the freedom people take in making them, and also how they make me feel when two people take the next step. By
That
the
works.
way, yeah, by the way, I'm a confessed pervert to anyone out there. So, yeah, the reason why I say confess is because when I when you see me, you now know me as a pervert and you can trust me as a pervert. But that's the big word, trust. And yeah, sorry, Kevin, I didn't mean to interrupt you. But
This is your interview. Say whatever you want.
all right, I like big butts and I cannot lie. But yeah, let's that's for another time. Let's continue.
Okay, on to the creepypasta questions. Do
All
you
right.
have any plans for your channel?
Right now, my channel is mainly dedicated to my big Project Errant, which many people will now know as Forgotten Harmony of Germane Errant, which is a mouthful to say, but hey, that's there. But I do plan to make narrations in the near future. The only problem is plan is a very vague word to use when coming to I plan to do this or I plan to do that. But I do intend to continue on with creepypastas. But I do also want to focus on other projects as well, such as fan dubs or maybe even covers, because everybody wants to hear my horrible singing. Yeah,
Okay.
purpose. How
How did you come up with your channel name?
did I come up with Remnant Jett?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's easy. I punched myself in the face 3 times and then I looked in the mirror.
Okay.
No, no, but really, no, like I said earlier before we entered this call, you had trouble pronouncing my name and writing it down. Some subconscious part of me kind of likes difficult names, only because of the reason behind that being with a difficult name, people and oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. With a difficult name, people tend to focus more on it to make sure it's correct. People who tend to care about names, and because of that, when they pay attention to it, they keep it in mind a lot longer than other names. Reverend Jed is just that right amount of I was about to say hardness, but then the inner child in me started giggling. It's the right amount of difficulty for people to focus on. Also, because remnant is a word that I kind of hold dear to me. And Jet's my name, allegedly.
That works. And that is why I always call you Jet.
Yeah. But my full name is Jet Squire. To anyone out there who wants to know, Jet Squire. Have fun.
How did your persona come to be?
My persona. Well, initially, I was just a random guy with a gas mask. And then I realized gas masks are really popular in the creepypasta community. Very, very popular, in fact. So I kind of just ditched that whole persona, the initial one. I do have a picture of there. If you want, I can give it to you and you can lavish over it. I don't know. But after the gas mask persona I didn't have a name for it. I just had him right there as a placeholder. I kind of took inspiration into this persona I use right now, which is the guy in the suit with an X over his mouth. And really, the reason why he has to ask the X over his mouth is a very good question because there's really no reason for it. It just looks really cool. I don't know. People can come up with their own meanings to it. Why he has his mouth covered when really most of the channel is voice acting or narrations. But if anybody comes up with a good enough theory, I might as well go with it. It's not that I don't put any thought to the persona, it's mainly that I like letting other people or letting other people's ideas into my own and then collaborating with that. Yeah. Hopefully I
Uh,
don't sound uninteresting. I'm
no,
fun, people, okay?
and it's the mystery behind it.
Yeah,
It makes you more mysterious.
awesome. Would you have me any other way?
Nope. I would have you anyway.
Thank you, Kevin.
How has narrating changed you and your life?
How has narrating changed me in my life? I can tell you one thing. It has made me very productive in what I want, in how I attain my goals now, and also has made me a bit more assertive because of all the people I met through narrating and all the people, and well, not the people, but the world and opportunities that open up because I decided to start making narrations on YouTube. It's been a year and I only have 200 subscribers. Not that I'm complaining about that. Actually, I got a lot farther than I thought it was possible for me for a guy with no life and a microphone. Yeah. I guess it just gives me a opportunity to put myself out there when in my current situation it's kind of hard to.
That makes sense.
It does really because I don't sound like rambling from my end, and I'm the one talking.
No, it does make sense.
Okay, okay. As
Why
long as
did
you're
you?
sure, Kevin.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, as long as you're sure. You
Yes.
are a wonderful hostess, after all.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. Why did you start narrating?
Why did I start narrating? Probably for the most uninteresting yet sweet reasons. My girlfriend got me into creepypastas, and because of that, I started reading more and more creepypastas. But at the same time, the reason I started narrating was when a certain other narrator who goes by the name of Arcane Razzle. Razzle, if you're listening to this, hi. Shout out to you. And also, you have a nice butt. But, anyways, besides the point, Razzle was a narrator that I stumbled upon when I was just scouring on YouTube. And after listening to our narrations, I decided to write down in the comments, "Hey, you should narrate the Sicilian Spectre, a creepypasta about computer a computer game, a VR computer game. Really good, actually." And truth be told, well, not truth be told, I keep using words that I don't want to use, but none the there I go again. I'm a walking dictionary, but I spew out words without even knowing. What's the word? But a few days later, I looked on YouTube, and sure enough, there was the video, the Sicilian Spectre, read by Arcane Razul, and that just made me feel so, I don't know, acknowledged that the fact that one of the narrators, someone who I thought were these all high and mighty creatures of the night that brought upon scares in my very, very uneventful life, that one of them actually listened to me and acted on one of my requests. And so I guess you could say Arcane Razzle got me into the community about a year ago. And yeah, from there on, I've been having fun ever since.
It's a really sweet story.
Thank you. I poured extra sugar in it.
It's all good.
Yep.
What
Nice.
creepy... Hmm?
Ah, there we go again. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. What creepypasta do you want to narrate but are having trouble narrating?
Where do I start? Really, every creepypasta I start, I always stop myself because I feel like either I don't portray the story right, or I just lose interest in the story halfway through. But there's one story that I can't finish only because of how bad, I don't want to say bad, but how difficult the grammar is to fix in the story and the story direction. The story is called Life is a Curse, and it's about this Korean MMO called Mabinagi, which is a game that I and Elric, to everybody who knows out there, play very frequently. It's a pretty fun game, and I one day wanted to see if there was a creepypasta about it. Sure enough, there was. Only it was very, very um. It needed some work. I want to be nice about this. I've as people know me, I don't like to poop upon other people's works. So, yeah, that one story just it takes me too long to. Well, it has taken me a long time to rehash the whole story, and then I realized that if I do too much, the story becomes doesn't become the person's story, it becomes my story, and then conflicts and then stuff like that. And I will be the last person to steal other people's stories, being someone who writes stories himself.
Okay.
I think I veered off way off that question.
No, not really. You pretty much stuck to it.
Okay.
What
Insert
creepy...
clever saying here. Oh, well, I guess you can take out the title from Interview with Jett to Jett interrupting Cabot and everything she says. Ah,
You like to talk. That's good in an interview.
Jet. Yeah, I guess.
Is there something you'd like to say, or do you want to move on to the next question?
Nah, I already forgot. If I was gonna say anything, I already forgot what I was gonna say. So,
Okay. What creepypasta has made an impact on your life?
okay, this one would have to be Sacrifice, the story about the rake. Only because that was the first creepypasta I ever listened to. Shout out to Mr. Creepypasta for reading that story and for scaring the living shit out of me. I I will be honest with you. When my girlfriend showed me that story and we were both sitting there on the couch listening to it, I was grabbing onto her just by how scary it was. That was back when I wasn't as tolerant of scary phenomena as I am now. So I was really easily frightened with that stuff. I was shivering because of the story. And well, I guess that feeling of being scared made me feel alive to a sense and has brought me back to love creepypastas. Yeah, there's a nice short answer for that one.
What creepypasta will you not narrate?
That is a very good question. I guess I would have to say any of the Jeff the Killer stories, only because one, they've been really, really, really overdone. I want to say because when you think of creepypasta, you think of the main monsters like Jeff the Killer, Alice Jack, and some people will argue Slender Man. Other people will say he's not a creepypasta; he's an urban legend. But you think of that, and then you think of how his story was written and the plot holes in that. But then you also think about how big the stories have gained in favoritism among narrators. Shout out to Mr. Creepypasta. But that's why I don't want to narrate that because really I'm just adding kindling to a fire that's already been put out. It's not something I want to that interests me, I should say.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And last question. What is a fun fact about yourself?
What is a fun fact about myself? Well, one thing I like repeating what other people say when they ask me stuff. Another thing, well, that is very cool. Oh, okay. So another thing is I I just stopped thinking for a second. I just blinked out. That's what I do. I blink out a lot and I don't think of what I'm gonna say. A fun fact about myself: I am striving to keep on learning. So I will tackle anything I see and I'll try to learn how to do it because really that's all life is a big school assignment where you see how much you can learn. But I guess it's not a fun fact about me. I'm Hispanic, I guess. Mostly, I can't roll my R's. Really, I really can't. And you can try making me say dog in Spanish. That will end horribly. I will say fart instead. It's a Spanish thing funny to people. And what else? What else should I say about myself without saying too much about myself? I like riding my bicycle long distances, and I get lost on my bike, and then I'm lost forever into the abyss, into the cold, desolate abyss that is the road in front of us, which is also known as life. But right next to it is the border, not the racial border, you racist asshole, but the one between life and death. That small shiver that can only be defined as purgatory, where Hitler is, taking a soap bath, wondering why he's not with his gay lover, Satan. And right next to that, you have Bob Saget, who's not really dead, he's just there because Bob Saget baking cookies, because why not? Bob Saget baking cookies, that's a dream for anyone. And next to him, you have Kevin Bacon, being Kevin Bacon, eating bacon, baconception. And then on the other side, you have death. And yeah, I think I've entered a weird state of mental capacity that I didn't want to dive into.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
So, is there anything you would like to add before we finish this up?
Wait, we're done?
That's all the questions.
That's all the questions, really?
If you want, I can start asking you random questions.
Oh, shoot me two.
Okay, two random questions. Hard questions or easy questions?
Go right ahead. You're the host here. You're the very lovely host, by the way. So it's all up to you. No worries. I'm
Okay.
just here being a nervous asshole.
I'll agree with the nervous part. Okay, two questions. First one, what song best describes you?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the second one, but oh, okay. What song best describes me? The Macarena. No, but um, will the real Slim Shady please no? Nom nom. Uh, what's that one song? Hmm. No, no. Before my body is dry. Let's go with that. Yeah, before my body is dry. It's a It's a song from the soundtrack of the anime Kill la Kill. It has very heavy lyrics, and I thoroughly enjoy it. And I find I connect a lot with the lyrics than I would have thought. Also, that won't be the opening theme to Spice and Wolf, the English version, really, of the lyrics, because I don't know Japanese yet. Yeah, that's the answer for random question one. Yay!
Okay.
We're getting through this fine. I am totally not pooping myself right now. I totally do not have to change my diaper. Where's my bottle? All right.
Random question two.
Yeah, random question two before I keep rambling about how I'm a giant baby.
If
But
you
shout
won
out
the
to Grace
lottery,
too.
what is the very first thing you would buy?
Very first thing I would buy. I would have to say that's a very good question. I will have to say actually a stamp. I would buy a stamp, and then I'll buy another one, and then another one. And with those stamps, I would put them on letters that I would send to many people I would love to meet. And then I would use the money to buy plane tickets and hopefully organize a get together with those people, should they agree. And then finally meet the people that I really wanted to meet for a very long time. People who, though we have never met face to face, seem to understand situ- situations that pertain to me and to them, and people who can relate to each other on emotional levels, despite whatever troubles may go on in whatever community you're in. And in that get together, I hope that those people can exchange ideas, can learn from each other, and there will be a lot of free food for everyone. So, yeah, that's what I'll do if I get a lottery. I'll organize a get together, and then I'll pay off student loans, and then a house, maybe a car, maybe a flashlight. Yeah, yep, scratch all that. First thing I'm gonna buy, flashlight. Screw everyone. Get it?
Any special kind of flashlight?
Ah, I'll get one with a tail.
Sounds fancy.
Yes. Yeah, that's my answer for that one.
Is there anything else you would like to do or say or
I would love right now for a sandwich, so I'm gonna go downstairs to make myself a sandwich because I am fully capable of making one, and I will never ask someone else to make me a sandwich because of reasons. And I don't want to end the interview like that. Here, let me just speak to the audience out there who are currently listening to this. If you're still around in when this is live, congratulations to you. You have done something that I personally would have not done for my own interview. And to that, I like to say I respect you, and you are awesome. But to everybody else out there who are listening to this and think, oh, this is just another weird creepypasta narrator with nothing to prove his great. Yes, I will admit I'm not that great of a narrator, and I will admit I do not have that great of videos. And I'm not saying this to lessen myself or to make you dissuade you from subscribing to my channel or to even look at my works. I'm just saying there's a lot of us out there, a lot of narrators out there, and the point is because such a big variety of narrators, you don't have to pick just one narrator to listen to. You don't have to pick just me or just Cabot or just Arcane Razzle or just MCP, whatever. You have a wide variety out there. You don't have to have a favorite. You can have favorites, plural. You don't have to have one single thing just because you feel like that's the thing that should define you. The one narrator that you like, or the even if you pertain to life, that one shirt you like to wear all the time, that one job you like. Life is not to be about one thing. Life is about to be life is about being multiple things, being into multiple things. That's what makes us human. The fact that we can enjoy multiple things and not be confined to one singular thing is really spectacular if you think about it. And that's why to everybody listening to this, just open up your mind. Give a give an area that you previously didn't like another chance. Maybe they got better, maybe they didn't, but then hey, you would have tried. It doesn't cost anyone anything besides probably a little seconds of time. And yeah, just be open to new ideas and don't be so quick to write off something just because you don't like how it looks. Whether it be a narrator, food, a place to go, a store, or even hentai. And yeah, that is my advice for the day. I used to do these a lot back when I had a radio show, back when I was in my first semester of college. I always at the end of the show would give a small piece of advice. I decided to be nostalgic and gave one last one before I don't know, whatever happens in the future. Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed. So this is where we start saying bye, right?
Yes, if you'd like to wrap it up, we can wrap it up.
Okay, so I'm finally gonna get let out of the dungeon, everyone, because yeah, Kevin is one kinky little cat rabbit thing. Also, fuzzy handcuffs are not really my style, but hey, they work. Just go with it. And yeah, so to wrap this up, I am gonna let Kevin say have the final word. And yeah, this is Remnant Jett. Hi. It's been a pleasure to be talking to you. It's been a pleasure to have you all either ignore me or to listen to me wholeheartedly. Like, oh my god, this guy's so awesome. I just dropped something in my room. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, oblivion. I have no idea where you are. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. Or time. There we go. Have a wonderful time. And thank you for watching this video. Alright, Kevin, all yours.
Okay. All details for Remnant Jett will be in the description below. And I will talk to everybody later. And bye, everybody.
Bye, niece.